how I make $3.7 million a year in Rockville.
How are you doing that?
How, bruh? How, Sway?
25. Hold on. This is a young dude?
I spend about $2,500 a month on groceries, restaurants, and just overall eating.
All right, his monthly budget is 62 G's. Good Lord. All right, hold on. How he's doing this, I just know he's on YouTube, but.
Because most people don't want to hear about the struggle.
Right.
They're like, about the struggle.
Yeah. I'm gonna need him to tell the story of how he got to the point where he could afford.
Usually you don't get the 3.7 million without mastering something, right?
Yeah, of course.
I actually have an array of angel investments. I also have an immense crypto portfolio and an NFT collection. So I want to keep building. I want to have an entire company where I can continue feeding other people, supporting others, allowing them to do something that they want to passionately do. I'm telling you, you can achieve anything as long as you put your head to it.
You know what I'm
Give
saying?
us something, CNBC.
Yeah.
We got nothing right now.
Let's get it. Okay, what's good, man?
What's good, man?
Happy up, don't leave me hanging.
What's going on, Matt?
COVID is dying down. Now they got this monkeypox. You gotta get the vaccine for that. They were supposed to officially announce a recession. In crypto, since our last video. You know what I'm saying?
The dip keep on dipping, but you gotta hang in there though.
Oh no, we hanging in there for sure.
So out of all the news and everything going on, came across this video, how I make $3.7 million a year in Rockville. This dude seems to be doing amazing, so I figured we take a look at this video.
All right, Rockville, for those of you who don't know, is a prominent area in the DMV. A lot of ballerific communities, people who are there usually well off.
All right, well, let's dive right into it.
All right, where the video at?
I always thought that there was this separation between the rich or people who are just well off versus us, our family. It was just difficult seeing that we wouldn't be able to pay the bills sometimes, or if we wanted to eat somewhere, my mom would have to cut back. There were many nights where I felt so frustrated in wanting to help them out, but I couldn't. That's when I wanted to make that change and really just dedicate a part of my life to being able to help them out as well. My name is Brian Jung. I'm 25 years old. I'm
25? Hold on. This is a young dude?
Yeah, he's
25, making 3.7?
Plus he got the YouTube plaque in the back, which means he had at least 100,000 followers. So he's probably been in tech for like a while and probably mastered like some sort of skill set. Usually you don't get the 3.7 million without mastering something, right?
Yeah, of course.
A while ago, being a YouTuber wasn't a thing.
Right.
Now it's like a real thing. So he's like a YouTuber, personal finance, and crypto.
Right.
And he's mastered some aspect of building a business, building an audience. He's an expert in YouTube, which could be a full career now.
I spend about $2,500 a month on groceries, restaurants, and just overall eating. I do like to eat out quite a bit. I told myself as soon as I was able to create a little bit of money for myself, food is never something that I was gonna cheap out on. I spend about $250 a month on my water. I get my water custom delivered.
All right, his monthly budget is 62 G's. Good Lord. All right, hold on. I'm gonna need him to tell the story of how he got to the point where he could afford 50,000 in investments every single month. That's a gaping hole in the story so far.
Well, he makes 3.7, so it's not that.
But I'm saying, were we there
yet?
yet?
The origin story. I think they just jump, like they're skipping around. Like they just have to, here's how he's spending his money.
I mean, it's pretty important.
I mean, I think that's what most people want to see though, because most people don't want to hear about the struggle.
Right.
They're like, about the struggle.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like, bruh's driving a Lambo. Get to that.
Housing.
All right, housing is
mortgage, rent, 4,000, and where do you say you live? Bethesda? That's pretty good, actually.
Rockville.
Rockville. So
I mean, like my house is more than that, and I ain't pulling up 3.7. So okay, so that's well below income.
That's fine.
Food is 2,500. That's
now,
about 600 bucks a month.
Away there, but he just said he decided he's not going to skimp on food. Probably a foodie, likes eating out. Supporting parents. All right, gives his parents about 2,500 a month. Of course, got to take care of mom and dad.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I mean, not 2,500, but yeah.
$223 in subscriptions.
When he put that laptop down, man, he's going straight to Netflix. Like that's probably half and half.
I don't know, but I'm assuming at least 50% of that is personal growth, some system-based information to allow him to do what he's doing.
I can see that because a lot of my subscriptions are things like the Wall Street Journal, like all the stuff that we use to create this content. If you're a continuous learner, the more you learn, the more you earn and execute. But who knows? Maybe we're giving him too much credit. Gas is 92. This is an older video because Gas is no longer 92.
Or he don't go nowhere. I mean, it looks like he's doing everything on YouTube at his house.
So he ain't go nowhere.
This is interesting though. $176 for renter's insurance, meaning with all this money coming in, he's choosing to rent which, depending on who you ask, is a good idea or a bad idea, but the real estate bros are probably clutching their gems right now. Like, you making 60 bands a month and you don't own your property? What are you doing?
What I like about it is the 50 grand in investments though. So that's 600 grand a year that you could dollar cost average into whatever he's investing in. You think they're keeping how he made his money to the end for like retention value? Like for
they got to, because I'm very, very curious.
Yeah,
and
we're
I'm
all
looking
curious
like,
on
all right,
it.
we're halfway through the video and I still don't know how he's doing this. I just know he's on YouTube, but I know he's not gonna quote unquote show us how they make the sausage, right? Can give us the formula.
Well, I mean, at least tell us.
Yeah, give us a little something. You know what
give
I'm
us something,
saying?
CNBC. Yeah. We got nothing right now.
You can't just say he's a YouTuber making 3.7 million. How are you doing that?
How, bruh? How?
We need that.
How, Sway?
Let's keep going.
We ain't got the answer, Sway.
Maybe they'll tell us.
YouTube was never something I thought could be sustainable. There were multiple times where I wanted to quit YouTube and I thought I'd be finished.
I hope you guys have all been doing well. In this episode, we're gonna be doing a little market update.
I initially started off by making videos on credit cards. As soon as I was able to get some views with the credit card content, that rolled into me getting an audience. Then I had my first 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a monumental moment. I think even getting my first 10,000 subscribers was crazier than me getting my 1 million subscribers, just because at that time, I never had any plans of being a YouTuber. So shortly after that, we started to do stimulus check content during the peak of this pandemic.
Anything with regards to the stimulus check.
And my channel was actually able to get number 13 trending on the YouTube trending page. And ultimately that led to me being in a position where I started to stream the AMC and GameStop live streams.
So the thing I like about this is he's talking about his journey. What this reminds me of is like what we're trying to do. And I like the fact that he said that he didn't quit, which is always key, because at the beginning of anything, right? Like there are no results. You're trying different things, like how we're trying like different content too, right? He hit a trending topic where he was an expert in that trending topic or streamed a lot, and then that picked up his channel, right? So
right.
Eventually like we'll have the same thing happen. Like it'd be a few trending topics that we know a lot about that we can provide value on that people end up like picking up.
We have the vision too to be like, all we're gonna do is keep grinding, keep dropping videos, and we're gonna see what happens eventually. And then, you know, the exponential growth happens, but you just gotta keep working, and don't quit.
When my channel started to pick up, that is similarly when crypto started to have its bull run. Bitcoin was nearing its all-time high, and actually had some crypto videos that also went viral. Googled someone's bank account that had $100,000 in it, and I taped it right here. My goal, which was like in 2020, I wanted $100,000 in my bank account. When it comes to travel, food, and entertainment, I really don't spend too much money on them. A lot of it ends up getting classified as business expenses because most of my travel is usually for conferences or meeting up with other creators to do collaborations.
I like the fact that he said that he's not saving as much, he's investing. You can kind of average it out and do both, right? Like ideally, but some people go in and like risk more and just like, yeah, I'm gonna make it, I'll make something happen. And then when it gets some traction, I think you can pick it up.
I think you're making a good point that we have to take into consideration his age, because at 25, you're way less risk averse than you are when you're 50, 60, looking at that final retirement of how much you want to have. What you see now, in my opinion, is a lot of these financial experts on YouTube and these people we have access to information to, they on savings accounts. Because what's the average rate of return on a savings account today? Less than 1%?
I'm looking at my Marcus account. The annual percentage yield is 1.5%. So
that's high for a savings account.
Yeah, like
normally
that's
it's
high.
Way less than 1%. I think investing your money as opposed to just throwing it in a savings account is not a terrible idea, and I think a lot of people are waking up to that. At least people tapped into this kind of content.
I mean, ideally, like if you're gonna save, you're looking for like 5 to 10% yield.
Right.
The higher the yield gets, the more risk it is.
Exactly.
Like a lot of people who lost money in crypto companies that crashed and just
Yeah.
are holding people's money because it was like, hey, like it's safe, we'll give you a higher yield.
Yeah.
So it's almost like something for nothing. Hey, I'll give you 15% or 11% on your money. You're like, damn, the only other place I can get that is in the stock market.
Right.
You're like, oh, but it's less risk, so I'm gonna take this. But come to find out,
The price is still low. And
it was, it was scammy. It wasn't all it was cracked up to be, and some people may be losing like their money.
yeah.
I actually have an array of angel investments. Up to date, I believe about 15 to 20 angel investments I've made within the last year. I'm also a co-owner in a restaurant. I also have an immense crypto portfolio and an NFT collection. Some of my goals moving forward is to just continue creating financial stability. I also really want to bring up the greater DMV area within Maryland. I want to bring up my community because there are tremendously amazing people around here. So I want to keep building. I want to have an entire company where I can continue feeding other people, supporting others, allowing them to do something that they want to passionately do. I went through some extremely dark moments in my life, so I never really thought that I could achieve any of this. I think for anyone who's watching this and you may be feeling like you're in a rut, you don't know what you want to do with your life, I'm telling you, you can achieve anything as long as you put your head to it.
I still don't know what he made 3.7 off of though.
Well, basically off his content. I mean, like,
probably just
to how like monetizing of the actual YouTube channel, but anybody that has a 900,000 subscribers in a year, there's usually a dollar value associated with that in terms of, you know, how you monetize on your channels. Which
grows to million. So that's his main, we call it source number one. And then from that has come other things, right?
Yeah.
Like I think the YouTube is the main hustle. And then from that, he's invested in restaurants, and then crypto's crypto. So I mean, I guess if CNBC counted as crypto, that'd be somewhere up there, but that's kind of fluctuating. What I would consider like the yearly income would be, because I think that's where you start when you're looking at like building like wealth. Like for us, our main income or main source of income like right now is my sales work in tech and your consulting work in tech also. And then from that, we're able to do things like create videos and spend time doing stuff like this. The main takeaway that I have so far is that once you master one thing, then that can proliferate into other things, right? But you got to have some main source or main streak of income. Times have changed and expertise has changed, and how people make money have changed. TikTok stars make just as much as CEOs. And I guess the point is, if you're looking at, you know, hey, like how do I earn more money? Like you can also look outside of the traditional path that most people take, because nowadays there's a ton of different ways to make money. You just got to be passionate enough and be able to put enough time and energy to learn that specific skill set.
There's different ways to do things, and he figured one out. He could teach people about financial topics on YouTube. It could create revenue for him, and then that opportunity allowed him to expand to make other investments, i.e. his restaurant. The things he's coaching and training and teaching, there's probably an element of I do these things myself. He figured out a way to do it on his own terms. He took a risk, right? Dropping out of school, going against his family's wishes, landed in a good spot. And honestly, even if he didn't, he's 25. He had the time in front of him. If he had the mental fortitude to keep going, I'm sure, like with the mindset that he seems to have from that 8-minute clip, he was going to figure it out. If it wasn't YouTube, he was going to do something else.
He was going to ball out.
So I think it's a mindset and a mentality thing, and that's like why we do this channel and why we want more people to take the time to invest in themselves personally to figure out what it is that works for them. And to your point, it doesn't look like it did 20 years ago, where it's like, I need to make more money. Bam, I need to start my own company. I need to be the boss. I need to be a CEO. Now, no, maybe you don't need to. Maybe you need to get some mobility on one of these platforms, generate an audience, monetize it, and make way more money than you could have imagined, you know, being a traditional entrepreneur.
Tell them what to do, Mac.
You already know, like, subscribe, leave us a comment, let us know what you like, let us know what kind of videos you want us to shoot, react to, and we got you, man. We for the people, New Rules Podcast, back in the building.
Let us know like what you think, and we'll be looking at the comments and reacting in the comments and responding to y'all.
What would you do with 3.8 a year?
We will see you in the next video.
New Rules Pod, we outside.
Peace.